Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the CE Tool Den. And in today's episode we have Battle of the Long Reach Extended Diagonal Cutters. So we did our previous one with the standard size ones. So now we're going to be doing the elongated version. We only have 5 contestants in this video, so it's going to be pretty quick compared to the last one, which was about an hour, almost an hour long. So here we are for the contestants. We have the Titan, the Pittsburgh, the Icon, the Snap-on, and the Mac tools. They all look pretty well made. The Titan, the Pittsburgh, and the Mac tools look pretty build quality look pretty similar as far as the they all have like that similar style. I wonder if they're made in the same factory, and I wonder if this wasn't meant to be put on the Pittsburgh, the handle on this side, but I don't know. But the the Snap-on and the Icons are identical looking. Let's see the back. I mean, there's just some minor differences where the Snap-on has like a rounded area here, and the Icon has a straight. But overall, the features look pretty identical otherwise. So these 3 look alike, and then these 2 look alike. These are clones because Snap-on, Harbor Freight really likes to clone the Snap-on stuff. But we'll see how they prevail and see how they work. So let's get to the testing. Okay, we're going to start off with the Titans and see how these work. And hopefully, these long reach ones will be better because they have better leverage. So I have no problems seeing these be a lot better than the standard sizes as far as some of the ones that were disappointing. Alright, so we're going to cut this one. And let's see how this cuts. Elongated reach on 12-2 Romex. Okay, cut. Have a little bit of resistance there, but it cut. Was able to do it one-handed. I'm expecting these to be able to cut one-handed regardless for most things. When we get to the nail section, I think that's going to be a two-handed operation. Let's see how the Pittsburgh do. Wow, these cut easier than the Titans. So the Titans, I think, were $13.99. I got them at Advanced Auto Parts, but you can buy them at on Amazon. And I think they might be a little bit more money, but I'm not really sure. But Advanced Auto Parts has these for $13.99. I think I paid maybe $5, $6, $7 for these at Harbor Freight, so that's a steal. And they cut better than right now. They cut better than the Titans. So right now I'm feeling a better deal out of them. Here's the Icons, and we're going to set up this set right here. All right, let's take a look. And oh, these cut really good compared to the original Icons. These are much better. All right, I'll take that. Snap-on time. All right, let's see how these work. Snap-on cut really very good. Very good cut by Snap-on. Now the Mac tools. Let's see. These cut very good too. Actually, the Snap-on and the Mac ones are pretty much no effort. I don't know. I gotta cut another. Let me cut another set. Because I definitely feel, I want to see how the Icons did compared to the Snap-ons. I got to gauge that better. So here's the Titans again. And let's see how this works out. This one I definitely feel resistance. But I'm able to cut it with one hand. These Pittsburghs cut very good, for especially at its price point. So this could be the best budget option out of all of them. So there's the very good cut. Very good cut. Now it's time for the Icons again. Cut pretty damn good. I think the Pittsburgh might have cut just a little bit better than the Icons, but the Icons cut. This time I'm not disappointed in the Icons because they cut very, very good. But I think the Pittsburgh might have the edge on that one. Let's try the snap-ons again. Outstanding. Outstanding snap-on. Let's try the Mac tools again. Outstanding. Yeah, I think the standouts are going to be, so far with the Romex cutting, it's going to be the snap-on and the Mac tools. But the Pittsburgh are definitely no slouch. The Pittsburgh, I would say, is getting close to these two. And the Icons cut very well too. These give me a little bit of resistance. So let's try a nail. We're going to start with a regular nail. Not too thick. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I got to get some glasses on. We don't want projectiles coming in my face. So let's get some glasses. These aren't safety glasses, but I don't care if they bounce off my eyes. I'm not really sure. It's not like it's a bullet. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Titans. I bought these because on the advice from Jeff's Garage Adventures. He loves the Titans. And let's see. Can we cut with one hand? Absolutely. Nice. Very nice. All right, let's pick up the nail. They feel good. These cut better than it cut the Romex. So I gotta say that's a win for the Titans. Very good cut. Okay, let's put that's the Pittsburghs. Cut's pretty good too. I think the Titan might have a little bit better of a cut on this one than the Pittsburgh, but the Pittsburghs did very well. Now it's time for the Icons. That's very good cut. Very good cut. So definitely better than their Romex showing. I think the Romex really does stress out the cutter blades, because it's with this kind of wiring, you're probably better off using shear cutters from your wire strippers, but this kind of just gives it a little bit of a resistance to it. So now this is the snap-on. Very good cut, nice and snappy as is snap-on. Let's try the Mac tools. Very good cut. I can't complain. The cut is there. The tools are doing a great job. All right. Now let's try this finish nail and see. Let's put it up to the test. All right. Titans again. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging. Yeah, this one's tougher. Oh, that one's tough. That one definitely I got challenged with. Alright, let's see. Let's try the Pittsburghs. There we go. That cut it. It didn't snap out like the Titans did. Alright, now it's time for the Icon. Alright. Let's get good leverage. Squeeze in here good. That one cut. I think the Pittsburgh did just a little bit better. Just a little bit. Let's try the snap-ons now. It's not getting easy, guys. Alright, my hand's starting to feel it, because the nails are definitely tough to cut. I think the snap-ons definitely cut the best so far in this nail challenge of so far. Now we're going to try the Mac and see how that cuts in this nail challenge. Alright, I do like the ergonomics of the snap-on and the Icon because they're identical. This has that same bow design ergonomically, just like the Pittsburgh and the Titans. So I definitely give the snap-on and the Icon the advantage ergonomically. But these actually cut great. Actually really good. I will say though, I think the snap-ons are just a hair bit better than these. And it's pretty close between these, but I'm just going to give a slight edge. Like, I mean by a hairline to the snap-on. Alright, this is going to be a two-handed event. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to have to try to cut as little as possible off this so I can have enough to cut all these pieces together. Alright, let's try this. Right. A little bit more forward, right there. Perfect. I think this is the framing nail. Let's see how it does. Oh boy, I'm moving the camera here. It's kind of tough at this angle. Damn it. This one's tough. This is going to be a tough challenge for all these. Definitely a two-hander. It did it though. It did it. Alright, let's see how the blades look after that cut. No damage, just some of the finishes off. But other than that, no damage. Alright, let's try the Pittsburghs. Boy, that was definitely tough. Alright, here's the Pittsburghs. Right. It did it. Definitely struggled. I think that was pretty close between the Titan and the Pittsburgh. I think the Pittsburgh might have a slight edge. Let's go for the Icon. Oof. This is a tough test, guys. I think this is where the ergonomics of the snap-on and the Icon are going to have an advantage. Ooh, I got the camera moving everywhere because it's in front of me. Oh boy. Oh, that was a good one. Alright, I gotta pause the video because I gotta find the nail. Alright, found the nail. It cut it good too. Let's see how the blades look. Very good. That was definitely a torture test right here. This is the test that really kills the hand. Alright, let's try this. Now we're going to try the snap-on. Snap-on's next. Alright. Oh man, okay, that's the best cut so far. And now we have this little nub of a nail, of a framing nail. And now we're going to, last but not least, the Mac Tools. Alright, let's see how this works out. Oh, man. That, I gotta say, these two are outstanding. They all did perform pretty well. I gotta say, a lot better. More of a challenge, you know, with those framing nails. Really cut good. But now let's try the Romex again. See how my hand is feeling. Oh, it's feeling it good. You know. All right, let's try the torture cut of this now, because my hand is definitely feeling that. But cut one-handed, which is still good. That means these extra long diameter cutters are really good for what they are. I'm really enjoying this. The Pittsburgh. This Pittsburgh can cut Romex like it's nobody's business. All right, let's try the Icons. Very good. It's just cutting good. Very good. Outstanding cut by Snap-on. Alright, now the Mac tools. Another outstanding cut. It's like when I'm cutting Romex with these guys, the especially these two, it's like it's butter. The Snap-on and Mac tools is butter. I mean, I don't know if it, like, these could be made in the same factory, but to different specifications, you know, between these three. But I gotta say, in this test, the Icon did perform very well. So we're gonna start ranking them, because now it is time to do the ranking of these extended wire cutters. And I'm gonna say last place is definitely gonna be the Titan. The Titan was definitely the most problematic as far as cutting, but it cut everything no matter what. I threw something at it and it cut. So I'm going to give Jeff at Jeff's Garage Adventures that, you know, this is definitely a good choice. It's a good budget choice, but I'm going to say, I don't know, ergonomically these feel good, but these cut good too. This is a very, very tough decision, to be honest with you, between the Icon and the Pittsburgh. But I don't know. This is tough. I mean, let's try one more cut with the Pittsburgh versus the Icon. Right. I mean, the Pittsburgh has a bigger jaw, but the ergonomics is better. Yeah, both cut good. I think this one cut the Romex just a little bit better, the Pittsburgh. So we're gonna give Icon 4th place, but the Icons cut very well. Don't take this like a slap in the face. The Pittsburgh just barely edged out the Icons because of the way this is. Look at the difference in size of the jaw. That's a big difference, and I think that's an advantage on the, even over the Titans. The jaw is a lot bigger than, and I think that's giving it an advantage where the pivot point is. So, and at the price point these are actually no joke, guys. This is why I included this in the kit. Like I said, Pittsburgh is a great brand. It's not your Snap-on. It's not going to be a regular Icon and other stuff, but Pittsburgh's a really good brand, and they like to work. And now the top two between the Mac and the Snap-on, and I tell you, both are fantastic. It's almost like a toss-up, but if I was going to pick one to win, and in this case, the Mac Tools has the slightly longer jaw than the Snap-on, but let's see the Snap-on versus the Mac, and the Mac versus the Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh's got that long jaw, and I think that gives it a little bit of an advantage as to why it performs so well. But if I'm going to give a winner, a clear-cut winner, I'm going to go with the Snap-on on this one. It gets the slight edge over the Mac, but I'm telling you, it's really close. It's like 1A, 1B, but it's a B, but this one has the A. So the Snap-on really performed extremely fantastic, and the fact that it has an awesome ergonomic design, just like the Icons. I think if the Icons had this style, I don't think the Icons would have performed as good as it did because of this leverage design. This makes the Icons much better, and the Snap-on's the winner in this case. But I gotta say, it's so close though with the Mac Tools. If you decide to get the Mac Tools one, you can't go wrong. But the Snap-on, I give it the slightest edge for #1 place. So this is my order of how they ranked. Snap-on #1, Mac Tools #2, Pittsburgh #3, Icon #4, and Titan. Now, I'm not disappointed in the Titan at all because, I mean, I wasn't expecting much. Like, I was expecting more of this in the standard size in the other diagonal cutter test. But these cut good. These cut very good. I'm not complaining about anything about it. So if you're gonna buy one of these, I would probably not necessarily buy the Titans, unless it's like maybe I got like a one-off that doesn't cut as good, but it cut good enough. I mean, it's able to do everything. But over here, this is my order of appearance. So Snap-on, Mac, Pittsburgh, and Icon. And I think, like I said, the reason for this is that really long jaw. Really, I think that really made a difference with the Pittsburgh being in 3rd place. But you can't dispute how good these two are. The Tool Trucks one in this case for elongated diagonal cutters, the extended one. But I really like these. I would like to see a angled head on the Snap-on, kind of like the angled head on this one, on the Mac. I think that really helps out. I think, like, as good as these performed, I think an angled head Snap-on with this type of grip would be way much better than a lot of these other ones. Like, this one cut very good. The Snap-on, this is the champion for the night. But if you put these angles, they see this is another thing is the angles. Even the Pittsburgh has the angles, and like we did with the other diagonal cutters, the angle heads placed very well in that other diagonal cutter test, the standard sizes. So these definitely cut. This one has the angle head, but the handles didn't do justice, and maybe the cutters on this aren't as well made as something like the Pittsburgh. Like I said, maybe the length has something to do with it, the angle with the length. It really, but it performed, and the icons performed very well. I have no problems with the icons on this one. I was disappointed in the standard size icons. I wish they could probably change whatever they need to change on that one, but this one doesn't need to change. This is very good. This is a good job. But over here, the Tool Trucks win. Snap-on and then Mac. And that's it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications. As always, have yourselves a good day, good night. Hype the videos if you can. And the CE Tool Den is out.